What's up, guys? Welcome to my brand new channel. I am Nobody from Nowhere, and today's video we're going to be reacting to.
Today we're breaking down 21 things broke people waste money on so you can avoid.
And I myself, as a broke person, can react to this. And out of these 21 things, let's see how many of them I actually waste money on and keep myself poor.
Impulse purchases. But here's the thing, impulse purchases add up fast. In fact, Americans waste almost $2,000 a year on them. A few bucks here, a few bucks there, here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck. Old MacDonald had a farm, but now he's bankrupt. E-I-E-I-O.
Now, before you go rushing to George Camel's channel to subscribe to his channel, be sure to subscribe to this one first. He's currently at 348,000 subscribers. Does he really need one more? Come on. Now, I myself, as a blue-collar millennial and a warehouse worker, I can attest to this, that we do spend a lot. Many of those warehouses that we work in have those little kiosk vending things where you just like scan it and pay. Well, I am guilty of spending on that daily. I would say like Rocket Money's notifying me weekly that I'm spending too much on vending machines.
Eating out. I get it. Meal prepping is not glamorous, and it's easier to fire up the old DoorDash for a 2-piece battered cod, clam strips, and some hush puppies. But here's the kicker. The average American drops around $3,600 a year on eating out.
Now, this is true for most of us blue-collar workers. Those of us that work in positions where we don't know how many hours we're going to be working for the day, those of us working overtime, what ends up happening is that we do pack a lunch. But by the end of the day, we've worked so many hours, we're just starving. So that drive home, it's just so convenient to get that fast food. And I understand that because I do it quite often. Sometimes, you'd be like, what's a couple dollars here? But then you end up doing it daily. And at the end of the month, it's hurting your wallet.
Paying credit card interest. This is one of the most common things that broke people waste money on. Paying for something you bought months ago and paying more for it is like running a race where the finish line keeps moving further away, thanks to 22% APR. You see, every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar spent paying for the past instead of building for the future. And you gotta choose whether you're gonna pay interest or earn it, and I hope you choose wisely.
Now, I myself and majority of the people that I know have credit card debt, and I am guilty of this one just because the credit card debt gets high and then you don't really think about it, and you do end up paying it off at the end of the month, paying a portion of it, but spending more than you're paying off increases the balance and you end up paying a lot in interest. I myself have spent about $2,000 so far this year on interest alone. Now, that is an absolutely crushing defeat to my self-esteem and my wallet. Now, with the start of this channel, the goal is to pay off all my consumer debt and to show the rest of you viewers that this can be done, paying off debt relatively quickly, so long as you're willing to work hard and cut back on the majority of your expenses.
In-app and in-game purchases, aka microtransactions. Oh, it's just 2,000 V-Bucks for this Fortnite skin, or just $5 from some bonus coins? Well, these microtransactions might seem harmless, but they are designed to be sneaky and addictive. Suddenly, you spent 75 bucks on digital extras for a game because you couldn't decide if you wanted to look like Peely or Meowscles, and obviously Peely is the right choice here.
Now, I can proudly say that I'm not guilty of these microtransactions. I don't play so much those phone games or video games just because I work so much that there's honestly no time for this. I'm more of a Netflix and YouTube kind of guy myself.
5, crappy insurance. Paying way too much for insurance or paying for insurance you don't need, that's a waste of money.
Now, personally, I can say to this one, I'm not guilty of this one. I pay a fair amount of insurance for my vehicle, but the vehicle that I have and the insurance I have just go hand in hand, so no question, I'm all right on that one.
6, buying expensive cars. This is the telltale sign of being fake rich and real broke. Okay, rolling up in your Cybertruck might make you feel like you've made it, but what you've really done is locked yourself into a massive monthly payment for the next 6 years of your life. Not to mention, the second you drive that new car off the lot, the car's value drops faster than Tesla's stock when Elon tweets pretty much anything. So if you want to build wealth, stop impressing people with your car payment and start driving something you own, not something that owns you. Sick burn!
All right, he had to hit me with that one right after the insurance. Yes, I did get an expensive car. Did I deserve it? I felt like I did. Could I afford it? Definitely not. If you have credit card debt, you cannot afford a new car. Just because you can make the monthly payments does not mean you're affording that vehicle. If you have credit card debt, then you cannot afford it. You should be paying off the debt first prior to getting a new vehicle.
7, little treats. I mean, who doesn't love a little treat? You've been good all week, you worked hard, and so you decide to reward yourself with that pumpkin spice latte or that pint of cherry Garcia. But let's be real, small indulgences here and there aren't evil, but there's a difference between an occasional indulgence and a bad habit. It's about being disciplined, so you can enjoy and chase after the Americone dream and not wind up broke.
Now, these little treats I do enjoy every now and then. The little treats, I'm more of a major expense kind of guy. But I just recently discovered the Feastable chocolate bars, and that crunch one is absolutely addicting.
Number 8, designer clothing. Now, we all love a fresh fit, but dropping $300 on Air Jordan 7 J2K Filberts or $500 on a Gucci belt definitely is not getting you any ROI.
All right, this one I can say designer clothing is not my cup of tea. I am more of an athleisure wear kind of guy, and I shop on Amazon, so I try and get the cheapest things out there, waiting for sales. So I'm pretty much good on this one, but I know a lot of people are guilty of this one. They like to look good, but I mean, it all comes at a price, and that's the price I'm not willing to pay.
9 is designer baby clothes.
This one, I am a millennial with no kids, so any kid-related stuff, out of here.
10, expensive phone plans. Get this, the average monthly phone plan is $141 according to JD Power and his associates. And that is associate to the JD Power. Get it right, bucko.
Now, this one I am absolutely guilty of. I have a Verizon plan with 2 lines, and I pay $160, give or take a couple dollars. But I mean, the service is just so reliable that I can't see myself changing. Eventually, I will see myself changing just because I can't justify that expense. But I mean, for now, I think I'm going to keep it for a little bit longer.
Number 11, banking fees. Overdraft fees, maintenance fees, minimum balance fees. The banks love their fees. Why would you pay more money to use your money? Stop it.
Now, this one I wholeheartedly agree with. You should not be paying anything to store your money. They should be paying you. They should be paying you interest. Now, personally, I use a credit union. They've been good to me as far as not having to pay anything, but they do not have a high yield savings account. So for that, I use Ally to be paid interest. Now, right now, I shouldn't be saving just because I do have that credit card debt, but I do like to keep that Ramsey method, $1,000 for any expenses that come up. But apart from that, just everything goes to paying bills. 12,
vices. If it's behind the counter at a gas station, it's a horrible money suck. I'm talking cigarettes, vape pens, Zyn pouches, you name it. That $8 pack of smokes, that's almost $3,000 a year. Vaping on average over $1,000 a year. Not to mention the intangible cost of looking like a fool.
Vices, we all have them. Sometimes we say it's not a problem, but let's be honest, it's a problem. And for many of us blue-collar workers, we know what it is. It's either one of 2 things, nicotine, caffeine. Now, for me personally, it's caffeine. Energy drinks are just so addicting when you have to wake up at 3 in the morning. So remember, you 9-to-5 workers, you've got it good. You get to wake up with the sunrise, and we have to wake up before the sun rises. So be appreciative of those little things.
13, extended warranties. Now, these sound like a good idea, but they're really just a cash grab. Companies make big bucks selling these, knowing most people will never use them.
Extended warranties, won't ever see me paying for them. Honestly, do I have the things longer than the warranty? Most of the time, the warranty is like 1 or 2 years, depending on what it is. Technology, I mean, extended warranties, not so much, but I mean, if it covers drop protection, then yes, I'm very clumsy. So paying for that insurance for you dropping something and them covering it, well, that I can see. But I mean, extended warranties, for the most part, no go.
Number 14, unused subscriptions. Now, we've all signed up for a free trial, forgot to cancel, and now Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, and that random meditation app you downloaded are quietly siphoning $50 or more each month from your account. The average person has 12 subscriptions and pays $219 a month.
I am the king of subscriptions. Currently, I have started to cut back on subscriptions, but I am having a brain fart. I have Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, you name it. I've got pretty much all the streaming apps on there. I pay for YouTube. But I mean, I work so many hours. I like to play things in the background while I'm working. So cut me some slack. I'll cut back elsewhere.
So it's safe to say, if you can't even name all your subscriptions by heart, it's time to do a clean sweep and unsubscribe.
Literally what I couldn't do, name them by heart. And he's calling me out.
Number 15, cable TV. Now with cable, you're paying $100 or more for 500 channels, but you only ever watch 3. And let's be real, it's mostly Lil Jon Wants to Do What on HGTV.
Holy cow!
Oh, and don't forget the commercials, because who doesn't love paying to still watch ads? Cut the cord, grab a couple of streaming services, maybe a digital antenna, and pocket the extra 60 to 100 bucks you save every month.
Cable TV? Never heard of her. Honestly, most of us should not have cable. There is like literally nothing on there. You can find it on any other subscription. And if not, I mean, YouTube's free. Just gotta watch those damn ads. But I mean, free is free. You know what they say, if it's free, it's me.
Number 16, car leasing and car payments. Whether it's a car loan or a car lease, don't do it. Leasing might seem appealing because you get a brand new shiny car, you get lower payments, but it's a trap. You're just renting a car you'll never own, and when the lease is up, you're left with nothing. By having a car payment, you're actively saying, I don't want to be wealthy, I'd rather look wealthy, but stay broke. And here's what broke people ask: how much down, how much a month? Wealthy people ask, how much? That's it. They're concerned about the full price and if they can afford it now.
Now this one's like a knife to the heart. I did purchase a car, and yes, it does make me look wealthier than I am. Do I regret it? Not really. But the monthly payment of $800, that hurts.
Number 17, unused gym memberships. Now I can hear my wife rolling her eyes all the way from here as I say this.
Now I feel personally attacked. Unused gym memberships? Hey, I am eventually gonna go.
But I'm preaching to the choir. If you're paying $100 or more for a fancy gym membership and only showing up in January, it's time to rethink your fitness plan.
Whew. I only spend $20 a month, so I'm in the clear on that one.
Number 18, sports betting. Now this one has been in your face, thanks to the ads from 1,000 sports betting apps that are trying to get you to get in the game. But here's the deal, the house always wins and the odds are stacked against you. The majority of sports bettors lose money over time.
All right, this one I can't see myself doing at all because I don't watch sports. I'm more of an anime kind of guy, if you couldn't tell. Well, yes, betting on sports is not my cup of tea. So for me, betting on something you don't know anything about, also a no-go.
Number 19, lottery tickets, another form of gambling. Now there's a better chance of getting hit by lightning while riding a unicycle than winning that Powerball jackpot. That $80 a month you spend on tickets is not funding your millionaire dream, it's funding someone else's.
Lottery tickets. Now, many lower income families do purchase these tickets in hopes of getting rich quick, but in honesty, it's a poverty tax. With how much people spend and the very unlikely chance that you're gonna win is just like paying an extra tax for being poor, just for having hopes and dreams that one day you'll strike it rich. But honestly, we could just invest that money and then live a comfortable life in the end.
Think about it. Instead of scratching those tickets, if you invested that $1,000 a year, it could turn into almost $700,000 over 40 years, thanks to compound growth.
Exactly what I said. Invest it and live comfortably.
Number 20, expensive dates. We all love a good date night, but do you really need to drop $25 on a cocktail that tastes like lavender or $10 on stale, overpriced popcorn at the movies? Fancy does not always mean better.
Guilty as charged. It almost seems as if every time you go out to eat for a nice dinner, regardless of where you go, you end up spending close to $100. Now, can you cut back? I mean, I guess so, but if you really enjoy food, minimizing the amount of times you go a month is really what you want to go for rather than just completely cutting it out.
And lastly, number 21, peak prices for airline tickets and hotels. Now, booking travel last minute during peak season, congrats, you just paid double for the same flight the person next to you got at half the price.
Plane tickets, vacation. Who can afford that? Now, fortunately enough, there's another one I can count myself out of. I don't do much of flying. It's sad, but I know I don't travel much. I should, I want to, but I can't afford it. So I don't waste money on this. And there you have it, guys. 15 out of 21. I'd like to say not bad, but I mean, this video is about wasting money, and 15 of those things I'm wasting money on. So I mean, I can get better at these things, and in time I will. I won't be spending as much money, and I'll be working more to pay down my debts. With this channel, follow along with me as I pay down my debts and show you guys it can be done. Working your butt off, but still enjoying life. Yes, I've been working countless hours, and I've gotten to the point of burnout where I don't want to do anything else. I come home, I veg out on the couch and watch TV, but I had no creative outlet. I was just wasting away, and I figured YouTube, I've made YouTube videos prior, and I've really enjoyed the whole creative process and having that creative outlet of making videos and editing. So with this channel, I hope to reach viewers and show them that these things can be done. As far as financial, being a blue collar worker myself, I relate to many of those individuals, those millennials that feel stuck in life. They're moving sideways rather than progressing. Well, I'm here to show you guys we can get out of this, and follow along with my video. Be sure to subscribe to keep updated with any new videos that I post. Be sure to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Nobody from nowhere, I'm out.
So here's a pro tip. Plan ahead, be flexible, and do your research.